cool my jets a little bit.
We should be.
I saw a timer start. Oh,
here we go, and they're off.
So
they're at the starting lineup and they're off.
We've got 4 Marios to talk about at once here. This might be a little overstimulating.
And none of the runners are getting the 1-1 mushroom. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's the first crazy thing to talk about. I wanted to talk about the ratio of runners that get the 1-1 power-up, and it's 0%.
I missed Alden. Forgive me, but I'm dangerous with the 370.
Yeah, everybody looking good out the gates. Everybody staying small. So, I mean, that just leaves us to wonder, are they going to grab 3 and 4 power-ups, or are we going to see some small fire?
Everyone is skipping these power-ups.
Oh my gosh, and they're all doing these fast strats here. It looks like 50% went for a Koopa shell kick, which I highly respect in a race. Kicking those Koopa shells, because the 1-2 small jumps are crazy hard to pull off. But it looks like Royale...
Yeah, although they're not against each other, Roy and Alden are basically in sync.
Yeah. All right, so how many of them are going to be small fire? I'm very excited to see.
I see the hitboxes of the piranhas being mentioned. If you actually find like just a sheet or whatever that tells you
Like
shows you what the hitboxes are.
A visual representation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The piranha plant's hitboxes are very tiny.
Yeah.
They're like the stalk of the plant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll see it comes into play a lot during levels like 4-1 or something, or 8-1, where players are able to jump straight over a piranha plant where it looks like Mario's feet are touching the lips of the plant.
All right, Roy, Alden, grab fire. 50% skips the fire, and so does ImDangerous. Looks like they're going to be going for the small fire glitch.
We've got right side big fire, left side small fire. This is exciting. So
Dangerous gets a bad Bowser, and so does 50%. They got the long Walker. Texas Ranger, and 50% actually misses the glitch.
Yeah, yes.
I didn't see Dangerous. Did he get it?
I believe he did. So, if you are unfamiliar with this glitch, what has happened
he did.
is ImDangerous touched Bowser and the axe on the same frame, which the game registered that he got hit and took his HP away, essentially, but it didn't have time to make him small. So now when he collects a mushroom, it actually makes him small, but able to take a hit, and then he's able to collect fire in that state, and now he is small fire. It takes a little bit of extra time to set up, but now you've got the benefit of a small Mario hitbox and firepower.
Without getting super technical about it, the big and small are kind of two states, but the firepower is actually just like a palette swap that gives you a fireball to throw, so it doesn't care if you're big or small. It just, under normal circumstances, would never let you get a fire when you're small. But in this way, you kind of trick the game into giving you a fire flower while you're small, and it gives you some strange benefits.
Yes, and what's interesting about it too is that the game doesn't... He looks normal small fire, which is normal because right now he's just running, jumping, swimming. Those are all things that small Mario can do. Small Mario can't throw fireballs normally, though. So when you do throw a fireball, the Mario, like, grows a large upper torso to throw the fire for a frame. What's important about that, though, is that the hitbox does not grow with it. So you're actually able to shoot things that are above you safely. It's very interesting and can be very useful, particularly against jumping cheeps.
Yep, the game just does a palette swap on the Mario, but there's actually no sprite of small Mario throwing a fireball, so it just puts the big one... It kind of puts big Mario's torso on small Mario's legs.
And it looks a little... People are putting emotes of it in chat. Frankly, it looks a little scary when you pause on it, you know? I would rather not see that. I want to have nice dreams tonight, but that is what it looks like.
All right, Roy and Alden still very close, and ImDangerous right there behind him, and 50% just right behind that. These runners are all still very close, about a mistake apart. So if anyone makes a mistake, they've got their opponent right on their heels.
Absolutely, and things are just starting to heat up with World 2.
Beautiful elevator jumps from Roy and Alden.
Yes.
Beautiful from ImDangerous, and here comes 50%.
Good Bowser fights so far as well.
Oh, and 50%, and he looks like he instinctually pauses.
Yeah, he took the, I don't know what exactly you call that, but it happens sometimes. You make a jump.
It's like a panic pause.
Yeah, the panic pause, exactly. You know that nothing good is going to come out of what's about to happen, and you just got to give your brain that moment.
I would definitely say it's a panic pause and not a rage pause. I'm sure he's cool.
Oh, for sure.
He's a cool guy. He's just going, didn't expect that.
Yes. The elevator jumps in 2-4 and 5-4 is where you see them. Those are very, very tricky jumps, and you see people. There are just so many ways that it can go wrong. From if you don't slide off quite right, if you don't bonk the second elevator like you're supposed to, if the Bowser shot is weird, like so many things can go wrong on those elevators.
Roy and Alden are tearing it up.
Yeah, they are still basically in sync. I don't have confirmation on which one is Justin Timberlake and which one is Lance Bass yet, but they're definitely in sync. ImDangerous is just behind them, and 50% Gaming is in the fanfare of 3-1, so not too far behind either. Wait, World 3 has snowy trees? I didn't realize that.
Oh, in the background?
Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah.
So that'll also have a white flagpole, probably. All right, Roy and Alden continue to be synced up. Now they aren't against each other though, so they are both just in the lead of their respective races against ImDangerous and 50% here. But we will see what they can do to close the gap here.
Neither Alden nor Roy slows down for the first potable. You can even if the potable jumps as high as it can, you can always make it over, but it's a super precise jump if it happens to go to Rob Van Dam height.
Yeah.
which is as high as you can go. Frankly.
All right, and yeah, so there was a little bit of a gap that was created here, but 50% and ImDangerous are not allowing this gap to get any bigger. They are performing World 3 pretty much perfectly here, making sure not to fall any further behind. And I mean, World 5 is really, really when we start to see the game ratcheted up. So
I also gotta say I greatly appreciate Roy and Alden both eliminating Lakitu. Get him out of there.
At the start of 4-1.
And 50% still just one level behind. He is not out of this by any means.
Yeah, he did power up and then take another hit on a low Potaboo in 3-4. But it looks like he's actually foregoing the early power up in 4-1.
Yeah, some people are very comfortable with small strats. And whether or not something is quote-unquote optimal or not, I think a really good thing you can do in races is always do the strats that you're most comfortable with, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. And being good at small strats is generally just a good idea anyway, because it improves your ability to deal with this kind of situation.
He might also have a couple power-ups in mind that he thinks he can grab pretty quickly. There's some power-ups that you can really just smash and grab as it's. No,
for sure.
No one says that. But
well, but that's what I'm talking about though. If you are very comfortable with small strats, it allows you to pick and choose the most optimal power-ups to grab, should you choose to power back up. But at some point in the run though, it does become not even necessarily beneficial from a time standpoint to grab power-ups anymore, because basically the deal is the reason. Besides safety, the reason that being Big Fire Mario is the fastest way, technically, to play the game.
4-4 clip from Alden. That is, and he takes the lead. Well, again, him and Roy are. I keep watching because they are so close. I keep watching them. Together,
yeah.
But he pulls into first place in this. If this were a fatal four-way, he would have just pulled into first with that delicious clip.
Yeah. Roy went for it, and Roy did not get it. But wow, that was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, these guys are not playing around.
They don't play games when they play games, you might say. So, ImDangerous is still very, very close behind. I mean, still in the same level as these guys.
He also has the small fire advantage, which is an advantage. His character is more, you know, he can maneuver through tighter gaps.
Yeah, and as far as the advantage goes, that is what I was talking about, which is that the time that you actually save with firepower is if you're able to fire kill the Bowser, when you hit the axe, the fanfare immediately starts. Versus if you hit the axe with a living Bowser, you have to wait for the bridge to collapse on the top left here, you see, and you have to wait for Bowser to drop down, then the fanfare starts. And that time adds up in order to be a time save to collect fire.
Man, I might want to adapt this 5-2 bop the Koopa at the end strat. I like that.
Yeah, I like it a lot too.
Because sometimes I miss the jump. Because it's a real tight jump. You got to jump on like the last pixel of that block, or like close to it, at least.
Yeah, luckily, like, I can at least feel it if I jumped too early, so it's not a surprise.
All right, here comes 5-3, though. These Bills can, well, they always have questionable intent.
Roy with a good, both Alden and Roy with good Koopa bops. We'll see I'm Dangerous here. Gets the Koopa. Oh, no! But because of the weird Bill shot,
yeah,
he
had to
overjumped the first platform. That was brutal.
That was a garbage Bill.
Yeah, 5-3, claiming another perfectly good small fire setup.
All right, RoyLT with his trademark good bars.
And so, yeah.
Alden is tearing it up, dude! Did you see that 5-4?
I was watching I'm Dangerous
oh
at that
my gosh, he did not slow down. He went under all the potaboos. He's here to prove a point.
Yeah. Absolutely, just tearing it up for sure.
Doesn't bop the Lakitu though. I'll dock him a few for that, but not as many as I gave him for that 5-4.
So I wanted to bring up, since I'm Dangerous has taken a death now, that is actually what puts an end to the small fire glitch. So now that he's died, his Mario has reverted to its normal status. So he would have to set it up again if he chooses. But it's not very often that you see somebody set small fire up twice in one race.
Definitely looks like Dangerous, not flustered by that, and is with a clutch jump there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right, RoyLT and Alden are in 6-2 now. Always a pleasure to watch this level with fire. It's just really, really free-flowing, a very cool level. It does, the only thing about 6-2 is that it's got this slowdown at the end. You have to slow down a little bit to not get the 3, and you know.
Yeah, Dangerous with the 6-1 power-up grabs. The second grab, the flower, can be pretty tricky because Lakitu is over you, and an interesting thing about Lakitu is anytime you grab a power-up, Lakitu throws an egg. So you really want to look at where he is when you grab a power-up, because he's going to throw an egg when you grab it. But I'm Dangerous look like he knew that and navigated a great path there.
Absolutely, and then 50%.
Ooh, I missed. Alden looks like he took damage somewhere and is synced up with Roy, although Roy's got fire.
Yeah.
Let's see how they approach 6-4, that is. If they're going to go under the Potaboo, or if they're going to do kind of the semi... Okay, Roy just stops a little bit and goes under.
Oh,
right,
I've never seen that particular strat before, where he slowed down.
It makes that tough, but Roy knows what he's Roy knows what he's doing. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that was a really cool strat that I've never seen.
Roy's one of those runners that he kind of knows these frame rules. He knows what he's doing.
He knows the game in and out for sure.
Exactly.
As I was talking about, like he's the one who plays more category extensions than I've ever seen, which requires a lot of in-depth knowledge of weird stuff.
Dangerous also under the Potaboo, very nice, and that's going to set up these bars for him to be out of his way.
Yeah, so under the Potaboo is Alden picked up a mushroom there and almost stood up into a bill. But
I was wondering if he was going to buffer a crouch, but it looked like he didn't even need to.
I was hoping for the crouched buffer, but he had a faster way to do it, which was just to not get hit.
Ooh. And Alden trying desperately not to break that last block, because he knows he wants to have fire in this next level.
Yes. Yep. 7-2 fire will let him get through that level just a little bit more easily to get through safely with fire that he can hopefully carry to World 8.
And Dangerous is creeping up on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Remembering that
Dangerous is no slouch at this game. This guy, all these runners know what they're doing, but yeah.
50% just went for the similar strategy to the opening of 6-4 that Roy went for. He unfortunately got hit by the fire bar.
Roy's
though.
got a bloop, but it's not fast enough. Not fast enough for him. Let's see if Alden gets one of these bloops at the end that's kind of tries to tag along with you into the pipe.
Oh, so ImDangerous is actually crouch swimming even though he has fire, which
yeah,
is...
I've seen some runners do that, notably Rupert.
Yep. Rupert is the first one I heard kind of talking about that idea.
Yeah, he's very comfortable with the crouch swim, and he really weasels his way between...
For sure. It's all that time spent doing small strats only.
Yeah.
And so 50% just took a pretty nasty hammer bro pattern there in 7-1. Toughest thing about 7-1 is really this one pair of hammer bros that comes up right here. If you get a bad pattern on them, you can die very easily. If you get a pattern like that, you have to slow down on them. It's just... They're not bros.
Roy making his way underneath those fish like a delicious bed of rice.
All right, and 50% through 7-1. Meanwhile, Roy is cleaning up World 7 here. Dangerous and Alden are, man, they are so close now.
I like 7-3. You can really see these runners making really precise small jumps.
Yes.
To just jump just as much as they need to make it to the next platform, not going too high and risk getting a fish hat, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, a lot of the time the cheaps will come up low where you can just barely make it under them. Now 50% also initiating crouch swim here, which we didn't exactly explain. Basically, the Mario can duck jump. He can also duck swim, and it's the same kind of thing where he's moving around in a ducked state, so his hitbox is smaller.
Yeah,
the game just doesn't have a sprite for it.
The game considers you to be crouching, and interestingly enough, if you have fire, you cannot shoot a fireball because you can't shoot a fireball when you're crouching.
Right. And 50% got a really bad blooper at the end there.
He got the bloop.
And he opted to just tank it. He just went right through that blooper. That blooper was not going to slow him down any. Besides the power down animation time. But now he's into 7-3, small. We'll see if he takes this this mushroom in 7-3. What's rough about it, though, is that he's just going right past it, which I totally agree with at this point in the race, because you're not going to get firepower until at least 8-2 if you take a hit in 7-2, and so... I totally agree with the idea of just going small at this point because you're not going to save the time on the Bowser.
Oh,
anyway.
Roy's going for the Bull Bill glitch. Oh, I guess not. He definitely, I think, was thinking about it, but he got a really bad second shot that was kind of blocking him from doing it. But he was thinking about it.
All right, beautiful opening to 8-2 from Dangerous there. Alden is coming up on one of the hardest parts of the game here, which some people have adopted. Crazy strats like this BBBB heresy I've been talking about. Just crazy stuff people have been doing to take care of that particular spot of the game because it is so difficult.
Oh, and ImDangerous gets the shot, but he's not gonna... Ooh. Not gonna risk it either. I don't blame him. A lot of things can go wrong.
Yep, and
going for that.
For sure.
And just deciding to just finish the level and be on his way, because this is a tight one.
All right, 50% is taking a life refill at the beginning of 8-1, which I totally agree with.
Roy in the final level. Let's see if he goes for... I believe he'll go... Nope, he's going for the one-frame wall jump. Let's see if he gets it here. Ooh, okay. Almost.
So yeah, there is a setup you can do to get 2 frames for your wall jump by waiting to hold B. But Roy went all out for the 1-frame strat there. Initiating duck swim for the water
Alden does
section.
here? He's going for the 2-framer.
Excellent.
Let's see if he gets it. And
he gets it.
Sometimes
it
that extra
off.
frame is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Roy in the final room here, about to finish it up with an excellent time. Incredible.
Oh my
1922. That is an incredible time for Roy.
Absolutely. Dangerous nails the wall jump as well, while Alden is in the water section here. Getting through the water section, maintaining your fire is very, very difficult.
Very impressive run from Roy.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going second quest. He's not done here. And a beautiful run from Alden finishes as well. Dangerous right there. These guys stayed really close throughout this whole thing. Very minimal mistakes.
Yeah,
Dangerous threw the hammers with the sub 20. 3 sub 20s. This was really something.
Absolutely. Pretty unbelievable there.
It's like 50%. Looking to finish it up. Makes a nice 8-2. 8-2 opening jump, which is honestly my favorite jump in the game. The opening of 8-2.
Yeah, totally.
You just feel so cool jumping through there.
All right, and 50% getting through the notoriously difficult.
Oh, wow! Beautiful from 50%.
Yeah.
Using that coupe for a little boost.
I'm too scared to do that.
The Koopa boost.
Yeah. I've
tried it a few times. Didn't end well. Let's just say I got to do my favorite jump again.
Yeah. All right, and here we're getting into 8-3. We'll see if he slows down for power-ups. He's not. It's all small strats from here on.
I wonder if he's on his last life.
This is how I've been playing the game recently. Is if you get hit in 7-2, you just small strats through the rest of the game.
He made it.
And he knows what he's doing.
I wonder how much 80% he's played, because it looks like he knows what he definitely knew what he was doing in that level.
Yeah,
small only. So I wonder.
If we do take a peek, if he does play any percent, he doesn't have a run submitted for it. I only see a Warpless time, at least on speedrun.com, from 50%.
Oh, that was a pretty textbook 8-3 from him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went for the risky swag jump there.
I always go on that platform.
And it looks like he went for the 2-frame setup, I think.
Oh, wait. Oh.
And, okay.
A little bit of a stutter in the video, but
all right.
we are back.
Let's see his turnaround if he chooses to do it. He does.
He goes a little far, which I'm one to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to get that right on. His water section is nice.
Yeah, very good water section. I mean, this is just a real great 8-4 here.
Yep. All right, final room for him. Bops the bro. Ooh, under the podium.
Challenges the goom or the
play it safe.
Potable.
Beautiful, and a beautiful run from 50% as well.
Yeah,
it's like a 22-12. That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, there were a few unfortunate deaths in there, but I mean, as we saw, like the way that it shaped up, where he just did the like Flex was saying, just the textbook World 8 there, small strats only. I mean, he knows what he's doing. Unfortunately, a few deaths did bring his time up, and also we got to bring up that Royale's time was a darn 1922, which is just so insanely hard to ask someone to compete with that in a race setting.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the lowest times we've seen. Is that the lowest?
It might be the lowest. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that might be the best time we've seen.
Yeah,
it's the best one I've personally seen. I know LK had like a 1925. Oh, Xerox got 1919. Okay, thanks. What? How did I miss that? I try to watch as many of these as I can, but I can't get every one. But it looks like I missed a good one.
Yeah, for sure. So, man, that was just such a good race. We got on.
So there's a little bit of dispute over.
Oh yeah. Well, there were some good times.
Anyway, both times are, excellent. So, I'm just curious at if anyone's done faster than 1922.
Yep, for sure. So yeah, ImDangerous versus Alden. We saw double sub 20 is super exciting. Very close race between Royale and 50%. Both really great runs to watch.
Yeah, and that's going to mean that Dangerous goes down to the second bracket, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with down there. Yeah,
in fact, let's see who will be reckoning with that force first here. It was already updated, so 50% is going down to face you, Flex.
Oh,
while ImDangerous will be facing. ImDangerous will be facing Ben next.
Oh,
and then as far as our winners bracket, Royale is moving on to face Darpy next, as well, and Alden is going on to face Cosmic next. So
okay, there's gonna be some good. Darpy put up a 1930 against yours truly, sending me down to the second bracket with gusto. So that's gonna be it. Darpy versus Roy is gonna be
Yep.
one for the books.
Yeah. So that should all be exciting. I'm not sure if we're getting any interviews here, but yeah, it's just a really, really good race.
Yeah, that was a great race. I'm thoroughly entertained.
And
Alden versus Cosmic.
yeah. So
that was it. Yeah,
right. That's gonna be there.
that's gonna be
next thing.
man. That's gonna be excellent too.
And then coming up, as far as what we already have scheduled, tomorrow we have 2 races in the afternoon of Eastern time. That's Eastern time 1 p.m. We've got Goofy Chocobo versus Marek, and at 2 we've got Mars versus TJK. Both looking to be good races as well. For sure.
And then Sunday we've got Kaku versus Mamoru. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
But that should be a good one.
Yeah,
the Japanese runners are known for their consistency.
Yes, I believe Kaku was one of the top finishers last.
He was second
year.
place. He got second place.
Mm-hmm. Right, second place.
And I know in the warm up for the pre-tournament big race we did, Mamoru finished very highly, like second or third. I want to say.
All right. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Again, I know we've already been talking about it, but just the amount of sub-20s that we've seen so far this tournament compared to last year have been just crazy.
Looks like we're trying to get an interview staged up here.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Okay, looks like dangerous. So I'm gonna hop out for the interviews. Yeah, because long story short, we are set up here.
Only I'm
not gonna be able to hear. So I'm gonna jump down and I'm gonna say thanks everyone for checking this out, and I can't think of anything else to say. So,
oh yeah,
have a good night.
And yeah, gosh, just the number of sub-20s that we've seen this year compared to last year has been absolutely crazy. And of course, as we get into the later and later rounds, it's just going to get even crazier. But I'm Dangerous here. Hello, and how are you?
I am doing well.
Good to hear.
5-3 was just... That's what...
Yeah, 5-3. I mean, everybody. It's something that I feel like we're talking about every single race. Somebody gets hit by 8-3 or by 5-3. It's just so brutal. Yeah. But even so, you managed to have a sub 20, which I mean, in a race environment is really, really tough to compete with. It was an excellent run. Alden just happened to have a crazy run himself.
Yeah, I saw he was going insane.
So yeah, it was absolutely a pleasure to watch. So you will be facing Ben next, down in the bonus bracket. So we're all looking forward to that.
Hey guys,
I'm excited for that too.
And 50% Gaming is here as well. How are you doing?
A little upset with myself, but other than that, doing well.
Yeah, I mean, definitely what we saw was that there were some unfortunate deaths and damage taken here and there. But I mean, when you were cruising, Like, it was clear that your Mario and your World 8 was just excellent, you know. So definitely we expect to see much lower times from you in the next round, probably.
My issue is I'm actually a small fire only runner, so when I missed the setup in 1-4, I realized I was basically boned for the rest of the race. So
yeah, we did notice that. You and I'm Dangerous both went for small fire. But okay, that is interesting. I didn't know that you were all about small fire. But
I actually don't even know how to run the race as Large Mario.
I see. Interesting. Well, hopefully that.
I feel that same way. Sorry, I just feel that same way. Like, I obviously ran with the big fire for the later half, but I mean, it was tough, kind of having to like work around all that.
Yeah, I know Flex is a big proponent of the small fire. I haven't dipped into it quite yet. I haven't caught the bug yet.
Smart move.
I mean, it takes more time than running big, but it's also so much fun to me. I thoroughly enjoy running this entire game as.
Yeah, I mean, when I see people shoot a Cheep from below or like shoot Bowser as they're running under him and stuff, I get a little jealous. I think, maybe there's something to this small fire thing.
Yeah, it's a mess though.
Yeah, when you do get it set up, if you actually take damage, then you become large vulnerable Mario, which makes the run much, much, much more difficult as well.
Yeah,
that's the price you pay for small fire.
Yep, that's something that always comes up is the fact that, right, you have extra safety when you're small fire, but you also have extra danger when you when you get hit.
Indeed.
All right, well, thanks for the runs, guys. It was very, very entertaining to watch, and hopefully we will see you guys, everybody in chat, for the next races that are coming up.
So wait, who am I against now? Am I against you, or is it the other retro?
50%, you will be up against my bro Flex.
Ooh.
That's right, that's right. So that'll be next
he's
round.
the one that gets to knock me out of the tournament. Fantastic.
All right, thanks everyone. Thanks Dash for the commentary and everything. Thanks Speed Gaming.
Yeah, seriously, thank y'all for doing this. I know it's all volunteer, so cheers to y'all.
Yep, thank you. All right. And so yeah, thanks everyone watching and for putting the tournament together, all that good stuff.
Yeah. GG's to all the runners. We had four great runs.
Yep, absolutely a pleasure to watch. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you.
Ooh, that 4-4 clip from all
He's done it a bunch of times in a row, dude. He's nailing it. He must have a setup.
Oh, that's great.